This rare logistics story unfolds across two separate videos. 1. Captures the unexpected return of Boeing 737 MAX fuselage, line number 9289, from Renton, back to Wichita, an unusual reversal of the standard route. The other documents its original journey, westbound from Wichita to Renton, as part of the regular BNSF Boeing train operation. Both videos stand alone, but together they reveal a unique round trip rarely seen on rail. Full details, dates, and links of both videos are in the description below. Week after week, BNSF trains carry gleaming Boeing 737 fuselages from Wichita to Renton. A ritual of precision and purpose etched into the rails of aviation history. The route is predictable, the rhythm unbroken, the movement is constant as the ticking of a clock. Until one day, it wasn't. What we usually see is a long string of empty Boeing flat cars heading east, quietly returning to Wichita. But on June 20th, 2025, something changed, something subtle yet extraordinary. While chasing a westbound fuselage train from Gillette to Billings, we received a quiet tip that stopped us in our tracks. A Boeing 737 MAX 8 fuselage was heading east, back to Wichita, against the flow of everything we knew. That's not just rare, it's a rupture in the pattern, a break in the rhythm we've come to trust. We didn't hesitate for a second, we rerouted north, abandoning our original chase without looking back. This wasn't just another train, it was a ghost in reverse, a mystery rolling on steel wheels. For days we tracked it like hunters, watching dispatch reports, scanning yards, calculating every possible stop along the way. The train had departed Seattle. It was real, it was moving, and we were determined to meet it. Our last source of information about the position of that ghost train was the Cornell Labs Bird Cams livestream on YouTube, at milepost 118.5 in Missoula, along the BNSF MRL 3rd Subdivision. Here's the footage showing the fuselage traveling in the opposite direction from its usual route. On the evening of June 28th, we met it in Helena, Montana, exactly where we hoped it would appear. The air was electric with anticipation, our cameras ready, our hearts pounding with adrenaline. The sky dimmed as the train emerged from the horizon, a long line of empty Boeing flat cars, just as expected. But nestled among them, like a secret hidden in plain sight, was a fully loaded fuselage. Gleaming in the twilight, silent in its motion, heading the wrong way. Only then, as it passed us in Helena, did we spot the line number stenciled on its skin. 9289. That detail hadn't come with the tip. It was one of those rare Railfan wonders, revealed only in the moment. We followed the train through the fading light to Townsend, adrenaline surging with every mile we covered. This wasn't routine railfanning. It was a mission, a pursuit of something truly unusual. A mystery unfolding on steel rails, with every turn of the wheels pulling us deeper into the unknown. The train continued east, rolling through Alliance, Nebraska, steady and silent. Then it veered off the usual path, cutting through Peabody, Kansas, toward Newton Yard. And finally, it arrived in Wichita on the morning of July 4th, Independence Day. A symbolic arrival, marked by celebration, but shrouded in unanswered questions. Why was line 9289 sent back? Was it rejected? Recalled? Reassigned? The customer remains unknown. The reason undisclosed. And the silence around it only deepens the intrigue. To the untrained eye, it's just another train, a blur of metal and motion. But to us it's something far more, a riddle wrapped in rivets. A mystery on rails. we see is a long string of empty Boeing flat cars heading east, quietly returning to Wichita. It's standard procedure. After fuselages are unloaded in Renton, the cars head back light, ready for the next cycle. They first return to Seattle's Interbay Yard, where they wait until enough are gathered to form a full train. Typically, around 20 flat cars are assembled before the eastbound journey begins again. Occasionally, skyboxes and 767 boxcars from Everett are added to the mix, joining the consistent Mukilteo. Together, they form a skeletal convoy, long, lean, and unmistakable, snaking through the scenic subdivision. The train winds its way towards Spokane, and continues onto Hauser Yard in Idaho, a familiar waypoint on the route.
Finally, after months of digging, just one day before this video was set to go public, we found something unexpected. The original customer for line number 9289? Copa Airlines. But that raises more questions than answers. Was there an issue with the fuselage? Could the cancellation have triggered a redesign? A scroll in production? A modification for someone else? We don't know yet. But time has a way of revealing what records won't.
Don't forget to like this video. And consider to subscribe. Check those before you go.